Hey guys, Coach Emily here at Bold and Badass Fitness, and today I'm going to show you my super simple method for batch cooking. Now, this is a great way to do your batch cooking when you don't have time to fully prep all your meals for the week, or all your lunches, or all your dinners, whatever it is you like to prep. What I like about this method, this is going to look ridiculously easy, is that it uses pre-made food for the most part, but not processed food. So it's using whole foods, but you're going to assemble them together into meals that have the right proportions that you want. I know this looks like cheating. I know. I didn't feel great the first time that I bought frozen rice and vegetable mix or pre-cut veggies. But here's what I want you to think about with this. You probably heard of the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, and that just means that if you can get most of your results from a certain amount of effort, just do the amount of effort that gets you most of your results. Don't worry about getting that last 10% of perfection. And that really makes a lot of sense here, because yes, in a perfect world, you would make all your food from scratch. You'd be like a professional chef. You would roast a chicken every week or a turkey, and you'd prep all these great things. But in the real world, you have things to do. I have things to do too. I have a job and a life and a family. I can't spend all my time. In the kitchen. So this week, because I'm a little short on time, I'm just going to put some stuff together. Come on over and I'll show you what I'm doing. First, I got a bunch of pre-made salads. These are just good to go as is. I like them because they taste better than what I would make if I were making a salad. They're relatively inexpensive. I think all of these are under $4 a piece. So for a whole meal, $4 is pretty good. Much cheaper than eating out, at least, which would be a problem if I ran out of food in the middle of the week. I also like these because they're pretty high fiber, and since they have a little bit of different stuff in them each week, you get more micronutrients, which is nice. Different nutrient breakdown for each of them. So there's my salads. What I'm going to do for the other stuff, and I'm going to get a bunch more of these little glass Tupperware kind of bowls, but I'm just going to have one out to show you. What's nice is the lid attaches, waterproof, so you're not going to spill things everywhere, and it's microwave safe. Very important to think about that when you're reheating these, whether you're doing it in the oven or the microwave. You're not going to want plastic for that. Some of the other stuff that I'm going to put in the next one, this is going to be kind of my savory warm meal, so I have something cold that I can just take with me on the go, something warm that I can heat up when I get to a microwave. Some multigrain vegetable mix, so it's got some barley, some rice, things like that, some beans in there, as well as a couple different vegetables. I might mix that with some of these pre-steamed lentils, or you could use canned beans, so like black beans, white or red beans, whatever you like to eat. These are also good with barley, stuff like that, right? So you get a little bit of extra fiber, really important. Most people are not getting enough fiber, so you can kind of fortify your midday meal with that, or your evening meal or whatever, with a little bit of that. And then some things like this, some kind of pre-roasted vegetables. In this case, I have steamed beets because they're delicious and they're sweet. And then some of these pre-cut vegetables. I brought these out earlier. These pre-cut vegetables are great for two reasons. One, they work well cold, which is great. I love to put them on salads and things like that. Just add a splash of color and flavor. And then two, it's also, this particular mix is fine also heated up, which is nice. You could do the same thing with like a mirepoix or something like that, which would be like, celery, broccoli, etc. But in either case, you can heat it up, put it in with your savory meal, kind of saute it down, and mix it with that stuff for a little extra flavor and extra nutrition. What's really nice about this whole thing, probably takes me about 15 minutes total to prep all my lunches for the week. I usually do 5 or 6 at a time at least. Sometimes I'll prep 2 lunches for each day because I like to eat lunch twice, or a big snack. In either case, saves you a ton of time, much cheaper than eating out, and I didn't even show you my breakfast too. So I prep a couple containers of yogurt or cottage cheese. I really like this particular yogurt because it's whole milk, which means it has a little more fat in it, much more satiating, really good for you. And then I throw in either some high fiber cereal or some granola. Both are good for just getting a little starch in the morning as well. In either case, what I want you to take away from this is it is possible to batch prep if you're not a good cook, or if you don't like to cook, or you just don't have the time to cook. And don't feel bad at all. If you take the route that gets you there, I don't care what that route is. Does that make sense? So really the big takeaway from this is done is better than perfect. Something for you to chew on this week. Coach Emily signing off.